over the Wolfowitz scandal. Well, it's not quite the Pepsi challenge, but Pepsi comes out on top in a new list of green-friendly companies. Pepsi is joining Whole Foods, Safeway, and Vail Ski Resort among the companies buying renewable energy credits in the quest to go green. Aaron Burnett is on the money tonight.
PepsiCo spending green to go green.
This is one step in a sustainability journey for PepsiCo. We've had a strong internal focus on improving the energy and water efficiency in our operations for several years.
The company dropping $2 million to buy 1 billion kilowatt hours of renewable energy credits, the equivalent of all electricity used in its U.S. facilities for 1 year. So without changing a thing in its plants, the move puts Pepsi at the top of the Environmental Protection Agency's list of the 25 greenest companies. Advocates say energy credits advance the development of renewable energy in wind and solar farms. Critics call it checkbook environmentalism. That is nothing more than paying to pollute. An Inconvenient Truth's Al Gore purchases credits to offset 100% of the electricity costs of his Tennessee mansion. Conservative groups charge the residence requires more than 10 times the energy consumption of the average U.S. home. Actor John Travolta also known to urge people to, quote, do their part in the fight against global warming. But as the owner of 5 private aircraft, his so-called carbon footprint is reportedly 100 times greater than the average person. Of course, that's nothing compared to the global pollution left behind by Travolta's box office stinker, Battlefield Earth. Some things you can't buy your way out of.
Pitiful excuse for a planet.
On the money, Aaron Burnett, CNBC.
Be providing me with useful.
So are these green credits the real deal, or is it just blowing smoke over an already dirty situation? Our insiders tonight, Tyson Slocum, the Energy Program Director at Public Citizen, and Myron Ebell, the Energy and Global Warming Policy Director at the Competitive Enterprise Institute. Myron, let's break it down. What do these credits really mean?
Well, in Pepsi's case, I think they are spending a little bit to promote renewable energy equivalent to the amount of energy that they use. But of course, there are a couple of stories underneath this here. First of all,
they don't have to change behavior, right? That's kind of the key point as far as we're concerned. They paid $2 million, and that's it. It's like a donation.
Yes, and of course, it's amusing because Pepsi's main ingredient is carbon dioxide, which gives its drinks their fizz, which once the global warming police take over, we'll have to probably cut back on that carbon dioxide.
It's also packaged in plastic that you then put in cardboard that you then put in a bag to carry home. So. Well,
absolutely. But the other thing is that they're spending $2 million for these credits. But in fact, this renewable energy is vastly subsidized by the American taxpayer. For example, wind energy gets a credit of 1.9 cents per kilowatt hour. So it's really the taxpayers that are doing this, and Pepsi is taking the credit for a $2 million payment.
Tyson, what do you think? When a company like Pepsi buys credits like this, are they showing an effort to go greener, or is it just a PR move?
Well, sure, it is an effort, but it isn't going far enough. The fact is that this is just a credit that they're buying renewable energy that's produced somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in the community. It can be on the other side of the planet. What we'd rather see Pepsi do is spend $2 million to install solar panels on the roofs of all their facilities, or invest in a manufacturing process that uses resources more efficiently. That is the kind of investments actually changing your behavior to focus on conservation and efficiency rather than buying window dressing for renewable energy credits.
I thought, to be fair, I saw somebody from Pepsi on earlier today that said they were doing just that. They were, putting solar panels up at a few of their facilities, and they were also generating some of their own clean energy at certain spots. But let me be the devil's advocate here, because if they are, in effect, they're buying energy to put in the system, subsidizing greener energy. It's a fungible resource, so it's not like you can say the energy that's coming to my house, I want that energy green. They're putting more green energy into the system and funding it. What's wrong with that, Myron?
Well, if they think it helps their public image, good luck to them.
Will it?
Well,
yeah, it will. but obviously we would like to see them do more. You can always do more. Pepsi is doing a good thing here by spending some money that is going to good energy production somewhere on the earth. It would be great if they continue to ramp up their renewable energy production on-site at their own facilities invest in more efficient manufacturing process, that would really set the model. And I'm glad that Pepsi's starting to do that. But that's what the journalists should be focusing on.
What about the credits, Tyson? Because there's been a lot of fun poked at them today. But is there a way that these credits work? I've certainly studied them in an academic setting. It seems like a good idea. But in this case, it's unclear that you can really follow it to see how it's working.
Well, yeah, there is a problem with enforcement and transparency. There's been studies that show that there isn't really any international controlling agency that is enforcing whether or not the recipients of these renewable energy or offset credits are actually doing what they're saying that they're going to do. And that's a problem. And also you've got a situation of double dipping where one company like Pepsi may buy some renewable energy production somewhere, and another company in Russia or the United States is buying that same exact energy. That clearly is not helping targeted communities in very polluted areas. So it's not the most efficient system. I think we can improve on it. It's great that Pepsi's doing this as a start, but we can do a whole lot better to start addressing climate change.
All right, let's leave it there. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Melissa.